So the first fraction is already simplified. The second fraction, we need two numbers that multiply to 8 and add to -6. Two numbers that multiply to be a positive 8 and add to -6. -4 and -2, yep. Now for this denominator, the only thing we can do is take out a GCF. And the GCF we're using is -2. So -2 divided by -2 is 1. So you have 1x or x. -10 divided by -2 is 5. Positive, because two negatives become positive. Now we can bring this together and cross out what you can. So we can see that the x plus 5 goes away. And the x minus 2 goes away. Leaving me with a final answer of x minus 4 over -2. All right, go to page 11. We're going to pick up where we left Friday. We're going to look at two graphs and write the equation for the graph. And then we're going to start graphing. So we did 1 and 3, right? Yeah. Okay, so let's look at number 2. First thing you want to do is trace your asymptotes. An asymptote is an invisible line that the graph is not crossing through. All right, so this is my horizontal. See how it's like separating the graph. Sorry, that's my vertical, which is H. And then I'm also going to draw in my horizontal. Horizontal is K. Okay, so where is that red line? What point on the x-axis does it go through? What number is that? -3. So that means that H is -3. The equation for the vertical asymptote is x equals -3. It's always x equals H. Okay, what about your horizontal line? What number is this? -5? Yep. So my equation is y equals -5. which is y equals k. Now that's the easy two. A is the hard one. So I'm gonna zoom on in. Now remember, looking at where my red and blue line come together, this is the plus, this is minus. Where is the graph? It's in the minus. So I am going to color in this area. That means that this side, and you're going to, not to the x-axis, you're going to go to the line. All the way to your vertical line. All that gets colored in. Okay. Now you need to look for points on a grid. Now that's the tricky part. Right here and right here, that's where it looks like it's going through a corner. Does everybody see that? So when you put your pencil at the cross, how many hops do I have to take to get to that yellow dot? So coming from here, I have to go up 2 times. 1, 2. Same thing from here. I have to go to the left 2 times. 1, 2. So that means that A is -2. All right, so let's write our transformations. A makes the graph reflect and stretch. The negative makes it reflect. The 2 makes it stretch. H is -3. So that moved it left 3. K is -5. So it goes down 5. So let's write our equation. Y equals, make your fraction. A is always on the roof. So the -2 goes up here. Am I putting x -3 or x +3 in my denominator? Plus, you always flip the h when you put it in the equation. And then k is a -5. That goes in the back. And that is your equation. All right, let's look at number 4. First thing first, let's trace our asymptotes. The vertical one is H. The horizontal one is K.
Do you just follow that line?
The line is like where you feel like the graph is not touching. It's an invisible line that's kind of splitting the graph. And you will know you have the right line because the graph will get really close to it, but it won't cross it. So H is 6, which means my vertical asymptote is x equals 6. And the graph moves right 6. And where is K? The yellow line. Where does my yellow line go through the y-axis? -3, so that would be my K. Equation is y equals -3. And went down 3. Okay, let me zoom in. Let's talk about A. These are your plus sides and these are your minus sides. Where is the graph? Is the graph on the pluses or on the minuses? Minus. So that means A is negative. Now, I want you to look really closely. Right here, that's the only place that I see it crosses through the grid. How many hops do I have to make from the cross to get to that red dot? Just one. It's just one away. Whichever direction I go, it's just one hop. So that means A is -1. So it didn't stretch. It did not stretch. It did reflect though. Now bring it all together and write your equation. Y equals, make your fraction bar. -1 goes on top. Is it x plus 6 or x minus 6 at the bottom? Plus, minus. You always flip H. This is the equation. So now we're going to start graphing them ourselves. Not just looking at a graph, but actually graphing it. All right, let's look at number 5. A is what? What's A? 1. What's H? What's K? Okay, so remember, this equation is x equals H, and this one is y equals K. So you have x equals -3, y equals -4. The -3 made it go left 3. The -4 pushed it down 4. So now we're going to pick up our color pencils, pick up a color, and let's draw in our asymptotes. So at -3, I'm going to make it green. And then put another one in at -4. So these sides are plus, and then diagonal, these are minus. So where am I graphing it? Plus. The plus. So what I like to do, is optional, but I kind of like to color in. You don't have to do this, but just a reminder that you cannot step into that area. Your graph, your 2 butterfly wings, one is going to be here and one is going to be here. Now because A is 1, I want you to put your pencil at the cross And you're only hopping up one time, but you got to take a step over. So from here, if I stay right here, the asymptotes are off limits. I can't go left because that side is crossed out. So I have to start at the cross, go up one, and take one step in. That'll be my point. And then you draw your wings. Make sure when you draw them that they don't go through that line, through your two lines. So this one is coming down from the roof. It's gonna hit that point, make a slight little right, and go straight out. And that is your graph. Now you do have one graph on the test, and I believe you have this on the final where you have to graph a rational. You okay, Carmelo? They don't look like it. You need to sit on up, bro. We got 2 more questions. We got one more test too. And then it's over, y'all. Don't email me about no extra credit. Talk to your counselor. Don't talk to me. All right, A, H, and K. A is 2. So this is going to stretch. H, is that positive 4 or negative 4? Positive. You always flip the sign, which is going to make it go right 4. So that means my first line that I'm going to draw in is at x equals 4. K is 2, which means it's going to move up 2. That's y equals 2. So pick up your color pencils, draw one line at x equals positive 4 and another one at y equals positive 2. Okay, so A is positive, so I'm going to just kind of color this area in because I cannot graph in these areas. These areas are off limits. Yes?
Why kills you, bro? You know what I'm saying?
Because A is positive. The A value tells you where you should graph. All right, so now go to the cross. A is 2. So what am I going to do? Hop up how many times? 2 times. So from the cross, hop up twice. 1, 2, take one step in, put a point. Go back to the cross. Right 2. 1, 2, hop up 1, put a point. So this time I have 2 points. So when I draw it, I am going to have the graph come down, hit this point, hit that point, it goes straight out. Same thing with your other one. Put your point here. Now I'm going to go left 2 and take one step down. Put a point. Always start at the cross where your asymptotes cross, not the x and y axis. So starting from here, go left 2, take one step down. Go back to the cross. Go down 2, take one step over to the left, put a point. Either you're going to have 1 point or 2 points. All right, we're going to go ahead and connect that. And that is my graph. We're only doing one more, and then you can use this time. You can do all of homework 3, The only question is the last one. And we'll talk about that last one a little later. We only have, after this homework, we got one more homework. The grade book is pretty much finalized. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, I'm not putting in much. And to be honest, the grades that I have left can probably only pull you up 2 or 3%. So if you're lower than a 58, you might have a problem. So we gotta figure something out. Definitely talk to your counselors about that. Summer school options. Number 7, let's finish it out. A is what? What's the number on the roof? -3. So that's gonna make this graph reflect and stretch. Now it's going to be on the negatives, the 2 wings. H is in the bottom. You always flip the sign for H. So H is going to be -5, which is going to move it left 5. So X equals -5. We're about to draw that in. When you don't see a number for H or K, it's 0. Okay, so K, there's an invisible +0 out here. K is 0. So it doesn't go up or down. So we have Y equals 0. So I'm going to take my 2 color pencils. I'm going to draw in a horizontal line, which is going to be right on top of the x-axis, because that's Y equals 0. And then I'm going to draw a vertical one at the -5. Okay, so we got our pluses and our minuses. Where am I graphing this time? What does the A value tell us to do? Do we graph where it's positive or do we graph where it is negative? Negative, because it reflected. So what I like to do, which is optional, I'm going to just color in this part because I don't want to accidentally put something over here. These 2 plus sides, they're off limits. Now because it's 3, go to the cross. Hop up 3 times. 1, 2, 3. But now you got to step to the left, not the right, and put your point. You can't go right because that side is closed off. Go to the cross. Go up 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Take 1 step to the left. Put a point. Go back to the cross. Go left. 1, 2, 3. Take 1 step up. Put a point. Same thing down here. I'm going to just put all 4 points down. Go back to the cross. Now I'm going to go right. 1, 2, 3, but I'm stepping down 1. Put a point. Go back to the cross. Go down. 1, 2, 3. I can't go left because that's shaded off. I'm going to go to the right one and put my point. And now we have enough to draw our butterfly wings. It's straight. It comes in straight. It hits those 2 points. Goes straight up, straight. This one comes up from the bottom, hits that point, makes a slight turn to hit that point, and then it just goes back out straight. That is what the rational graph looks like. All right, everybody needs to use this opportunity to A, get help. If there's questions that you have, this is that time. I always leave time for you all to do that. And also work on homework 3.